Well guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another little Tiny Tuesdays. Spoiler alert, it's not a Tiny Tuesdays, for obvious reasons. You'll see that. And maybe today is when we get to put the van in. But actually before that there, Nicola once again had a case of FOMO. About 2 hours ago, we had no idea a certain festival was going on in Lagoa. Denise happened to mention it and I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to have to go to a festival, and that's what we're doing.
Food and drink, crafts and music.
And
lots of candles in different shapes apparently, but of course we won't see those till it gets dark, which does mean we're going to have to stay a couple of hours.
Anyway, first task, trying to get an Uber.
Which is on his way.
They haven't been that successful from here. Anyway, actually first task, get rid of the rubbish. We'll see you down in Lagoa. Oh, he's a mile away. I wish I was a mile away.
Yeah, he's coming from that way, so we can flag him down.
The things you do for love.
I'll buy you a beer.
Woohoo! Where are we, Nicola?
We're at the Mercado de Culturas da Luz in Lagoa.
And what wonders have you brought us to?
I see an elephant.
That works for me. Let's go. Have you seen our Grand Elephant vlog? I'll stick it up there.
Elefante! Yes, there's going to be stalls, music, food, drink and candles in different formations.
And candles. We've just been commenting actually. I know we've been talking a lot about the heat during the day over the last month or so. Don't worry, the car's not going to run you over.
Oh sorry, yes, we're still talking.
Evening temperature is just amazing. It's probably about low 20s and it's just, oh, so nice. Oh look, she's already in the stalls. Oh. Circle of chaos, folks. Circle of chaos. We actually haven't had a circle of chaos in a while. Well, apart from the van. Oh my. Oh my giddy aunt. Alright guys, I stand corrected. It's actually pretty cool.
It is good.
It's really, there's a nice mixture of stuff. Or maybe I've just been swayed by that roasted boar action.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry now.
And there is music on the go as well, so. But I think we're going to go.
I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool.
I think we're going to go and grab a bit of refreshment, yes, and then make a plan,
yes,
which is going to involve.
Although I'm quite wary about having a glass of wine because I want to buy everything already, and then if I have a glass of wine, it's just going to make me want to buy it even more. Ooh. Now that's trouncey.
Right guys, apologies if the image quality is about to suffer because of course we are now approaching, I think the sun has set, and there is a little hint that the sun has set because the candles have been lit.
I'm not quite sure they actually look like anything. Is that a bit harsh?
There's me trying to kind of bring cultural elegance to the channel, and Nicola's like, meh, what's that then? This is supposed to be an old lady in a hat. I think that looks like an old lady in a hat.
It looks better on your thing than it does when you're looking at it in real life.
No. Step away from the bag.
It's no price, it's free.
It does sound like the music has started as well, so maybe we can drag Nicola away from the stalls and listen to some music. Uma caneca? There's definitely a bit of a Morocco type feel to the place. A bunch of the stalls, I mean the area that we were in before, where they were serving couscous and stuff, definitely a bit of a Moroccan, must do a bit of research in this here, but there's definitely a bit of a Moroccan vibe going on. The smells are fantastic as well, although the guy down here is cooking up some kind of rotten fish, which has kind of ruined the ambience a little bit. I have managed to secure myself a seat, cold beer, people watching while Nicola's off stall browsing. If someone could just bring me a bafana, all would be right with the world. Actually, the bar here does serve bafanas, €3. Lovely jubbly. Up for a bit of people watching? Actually, the festival wasn't too bad at all. Well, we have now left the wonderful haven that was the little fruit farm belonging to Felix and Denise, and to say, I think we ended up staying about 21, 22 nights there over the past month, and to say it was a little haven of just wonderfulness is an understatement. They have been so friendly. Thank you so much, Felix and Denise and family. It was a very stressful, it has been a very stressful situation, and being able to spend it with you guys has been fantastic. And the last night we actually were invited to a little family barbecue where I think I had the best flavoured tasting sausage I have ever had in my life. And in fact, Felix even slipped in a couple more in our fridge for the journey. Thank you so much. And he also shared a little bit of his wonderful whiskey collection. So if we ever see those guys on the road back in Ireland, we're going to have to return the favour. Now, yesterday we brought ourselves over to the campervan park here in Faro. It's about a 10-15 minute drive to the garage. We had to spend most of this morning getting ourselves ready to lose our home on wheels, because of course we have to check ourselves into a little room for the night. Now we're hoping the parts have arrived, as I say. We're hoping that the fix is only going to be one day. We need one night in the hotel. A severe sort of case of hoping there. They say it's going to be an 8-hour job, so fingers crossed. But we're going to do the final few bits and pieces in the van, get ourselves sorted, and then wander the streets of Faro like two homeless bums. That should be fun. Hey Nicola, you ready to be a homeless bum wandering the streets of Faro?
Oh, don't. I'm really worried about this.
Our bags are literally ton weights.
Yeah.
In fact, someone's still trying to squeeze the last few bits and pieces in, and you may have guessed by the sweatiness of us, it's also very warm indeed. So,
It certainly is.
Right, let's do the last few bits and pieces round here and head to the garage. Well guys, here we go into the garage.
We're in space number 13. Maybe we should move.
Oh, thanks for that. Well guys, that is the van left in. Sadly, our really good contact Christina wasn't in yesterday, and the girl doesn't know whether she's going to be in today or not. So kind of the stress of the last couple of weeks whenever we were in, maybe he's a bit lost. But this girl Erica does seem to, she gave me her text number at least, and we've asked if they can give us an update about 4 or 5 o'clock today, because again we only have one night in the hotel. And for now, as you can see, we're just wandering down the street, already very warm, with all of our important possessions. I was going to say all of our worldly possessions, but no.
Just the ones that would be a hassle if we lost.
Yeah, obviously we don't want to leave any electronics or anything in the van, so. But thankfully there is both Faro shopping and also the Faro forum, which is just here. So we're going to hang out there because obviously we can't get into our little B&B thing. I keep saying B&B, it's not a B&B. We don't get breakfast, Nigel. We're not that lucky.
They do provide tea, coffee and cookies.
Oh, it's like DoubleTree. Right, we need to get across this road somewhere.
And out of this heat.
Well,
I actually feel so sick though that even for me the thought of food is like, oh.
That's
so
saying
that's
something.
how sick I feel.
Exactly. Right, we're going to cross the road here. We shall catch up in a little bit. Question, Nicola, what have you got in here? Oh my god. Are you envisaging a longer stay than one night?
All my drugs.
She's not even lying there, folks. She's not even lying.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
For whom the bell tolls.
Number 13 and the bells. No Christina. Oh.
Yeah, the lack of Christine is a little bit frustrating.
That is what's worrying me. I think if she would...
Back in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The bells all stopped.
I think I'd feel a little bit more confident if Christina was still there, just because she knows the full situation.
I mean, she was definitely the one who made me feel a little bit more confident, as Nicola says, in the situation, and she was very communicative. Phoned when she said she was going to phone, so... But at least I do have a contact for the garage. So, and they say 8 hours, they had said. But we have about 5 hours to wait now until our...
Yeah, I booked an original place and their policy said 3 p.m. check-in. Then when I got the confirmation, it was 4 p.m. So I kept messaging them saying, we need to come at 3, we've got nowhere to be, sort of thing. No response.
Again.
So I cancelled them. So you see, you need to respond, customer service people. And then anyway, the next one I found let us check in at 2 p.m. and we could have even left our bags, so that is much better.
And it's only about a K away from here as well, so...
And apparently it's got a balcony, so we can even sit outside of an evening.
Enjoy the ambience. Strangle each other. Right, well, we're going to enjoy our coffee. Nicola's going to slowly roam the shops. I'm going to go and find somewhere I can sit down and maybe do some work. And yeah, I guess we'll catch up later on this afternoon when we get into our not B&B. And we do have one of Felix's sausage with us for lunch.
Oh.
We had 2 of them last night, and it was, yeah, they are the best sausages I've ever had.
Yeah, thank you, Felix, because that meant we didn't have to buy anything for our dinner.
It was a mix of meat and cheese, and in fact, Felix has given us when we go through later in the year going through Germany, he's going to give us a little bit of some places to stop off where there's good sausage, good cider, good beer.
It was really hard leaving yesterday. We'd had such a lovely time there,
that's what
and
I was saying,
it was just such a godsend, really. When we were feeling so stressed and down.
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic.
Yeah,
so.
it was brilliant.
And of course, we have left just as the Silvesh Beer Festival is about to start. Maybe we'll go back tomorrow, just for.
And then, of course, we've got the Medieval Festival in August,
which apparently is really good as well. So
we did sort of half-jokingly say, should we not bother travelling the rest of the year and just stay there?
Just stay here. I think, though, I would be for the observant amongst you. You may notice that I'm looking a little bit more fuller these days. I've been really, really unhealthy, but we'll talk about getting back on track with health in an upcoming video. For now, coffee, no cakes.
I think it's our most expensive coffee in Portugal.
Yeah.
Come on, Starbucks, get with the locals.
Right, we'll catch up later. There's sausage already, actually. That's why I'm much fuller around the face. Too much sausage. Oh, happy days. I've been sitting here just doing a little bit of work in the shopping centre, and Nicola just called me. And even though it's only 20 to 11, apparently our room is ready. So we're going to decamp from being nomads in the shopping centre, head back to the little room, throw all our stuff in there, and then be able to come back out and explore. Oh, something went right for a change. Right, to the not B&B. But at least the room's ready now. Homeless bums.
Hungry homeless bums.
Oh, at least the clouds have come over a little bit and it's not as warm as it could have been. We didn't really want to get an Uber just this short, but we'll probably tomorrow morning get an Uber back to the garage. all being well. Perhaps little bits of Faro that you don't normally see on travel vlogs. Wow, look at this building though. It's a bit nice as well. Hello. Very much smells like pee. There it is there, Don.
Where?
Happy house? I think we'll find it. Happy house. Well guys, we made it into the room, and a very nice room as well, although we have kind of semi-destroyed it. And we were both saying to each other, after well over a month in southern Portugal, it's really nice not to be hot and sticky. Lovely clean linen and everything, it's fabulous. We are now, however, approaching that crux moment. It's currently 10 to 4. They said it would be about an 8-hour job, and I'm going to assume that they probably start at about 10. So we're getting to that point where we're a little bit anxious. So we're going to get ourselves out. We've just been chilling out in the room all afternoon, doing a bit of work and catching up. But I think we're going to head out for an hour or so and take a little wander around Faro. We have obviously been here before, so no need to dig too deeply. But I think we're just really wanting to take our minds off things. Hello, city view. This is what you get with a city view. Stay in one of these places. Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
I was expecting like some
panoramic of Faro. Looks a bit overcast, so it could be a little bit humid. Of course, with air conditioning, we've got no idea what the temperature's like outside. But again, we just want to kind of stay busy over these next couple of hours. Sick feeling in our stomachs.
I had a migraine come on earlier, and I think it's just the combination of we've not slept very well the last few days, worrying about this and it now being in, and it's just want everything to be all right so we can get on.
Get back on the move. Although we were just looking at Dolomites, and there was a couple of inches of snow fell, and it's -6. Sweet. Just outside in the little balcony area of the hotel as well. It's pretty cool. Enclosed courtyards. Salubrious views. What are you eating?
Biscuits.
Where'd you get them from? No change in her. That was almost a goner. Almost went straight over the edge. That's the second time I've recorded from this particular spot, and the second time I've caught a dog having a poo. So guys, we've just been talking, and obviously we visited here before the whole shenanigans, and that was the 11th of May. It's now the 8th of July. Looks like we live in Portugal now. So I've just messaged the garage. It is now 5:30. Messaging about half an hour ago. Haven't heard anything back. Meanwhile, Nicola is trying to distract herself by looking for Indians. You know, the typical Portuguese food.
It's a very small menu, that one actually, so maybe save our Indian craving.
I don't have an Indian craving. This one here's been talking to Indians for like the last 2 days. And to be fair, I can't really think about food right now.
I can always think about food. Although, actually, I'm a bit too worried about the van to eat.
See?
I know, I'm kind of hungry, but I don't want to eat till we know what's going on.
So yeah, half an hour ago I phoned her or messaged her, but... Well guys, we're back at the little room, and it's now 6 o'clock and still haven't heard anything. It's a real pain in the ass that Christina wasn't in, because she really was quite responsive. It's been delivered. Of course, it's always impossible to see whether it's been read because you can turn that stuff off in WhatsApp. I guess, I think it closed at 7, so I'm going to have to call her at 6:30. I mean, If anything, if it has to be another night for whatever reason, I just want them to tell us, but the lack has always as the biggest flaw, or second biggest flaw after their rudeness. Now, the biggest flaw is the lack of communication. And I get it, they're busy. But a quick message. Anyway, I'm going to watch an episode of Somebody Feed Phil while having tea. Maybe we'll get something a bit more substantial if the news is better, but right now we're both not really in the mood to eat. And also I'm getting roasted, so I might have to go and sit somewhere else. Anyway, half an hour, gotta call them. I wonder, do they realise that this time tomorrow night I could be sleeping in their garage? They've had enough warnings. You think I look ugly now? You don't want to see me 4 a.m. needing to pee. Not a good look. Not a good look. Well guys, this was supposed to be a Tiny Tuesdays video. The garage has absolutely and totally let us down again. Now, I recorded this segment earlier. It got a bit sweary. Let's just say that the VW garage in Faro have once again completely and utterly let us down. Now, I am cautious about releasing this tonight, mainly because it was supposed to be going live tonight, because the van is in the garage right now. I'm cautious about this somehow also having a negative effect in case it randomly goes viral or something. So this is going to be probably out later in the week. What I would say, however, is once again they have been absolutely atrocious from a service perspective. We've waited all day. I finally had to call the girl. She was like, oh yeah, I'm at home, why are you calling me? Because you were supposed to call me. Yes, your van is ready tomorrow. Okay, what time? 4:30. So did the work get even started today? I don't know, I didn't know the process. I mean, beyond atrocious. Oh yeah, Nicola's nowhere to be seen. She's off freaking out, understandably. Well guys, good morning. The morning after the night before of no shows. Now we have had a telephone call from the garage this morning. Not really telling us too much. We are out. Nicola would like a crepe. Anything to keep her mind off the situation. Yeah, so what should have been the van's ready, come pick it up and we could have had a nice relaxing breakfast. It's the van still getting done and we're hoping to have it ready. The saga continues. So guys, the weather has improved as you can see, but as you can also probably see, we are still in Faro. So we went for breakfast this morning and midway through breakfast I got a call from Christina. She's back on the scene. Unfortunately it wasn't good news though. Another issue that they discovered, questioning whether it was an issue or not, but it required another part, and of course the minute she said it requires another part, I'm thinking, oh my god, what? But apparently this part is coming from Lisbon. Now, it was a part that they could have put the van back together again, and we could have driven out and then brought the van back tomorrow. But we just thought, and of course that would have been cheaper, but we just thought, while you have the van in bits, keep it, and we'll just ask for an extra night at the hotel, which we did. The lady at the hotel has been fantastic as well. She actually let us book direct with her, saving a bit of money. Now, we have been advised that the part that will be left to do tomorrow is a very quick job, so we're still hopeful that we'll be able to pick it up tomorrow. Also asked for the bill. We wanted to see how much, because I said, well, how many hours is this? Because of course they quoted us 8 hours. And the bill they sent through was twice the amount that we were expecting. Had random bits on it, and I said to the girl, you know, was this just for labour? Yes. How many hours? 8. I was like, well, work it out, love. That's much more than 8. And then I got another WhatsApp message back saying, oh, Mr. Cook, apologies for the confusion. That is not your bill. So we still don't know what the bill is. Nicola's looking extra worried at the moment because you can probably hear some chitter chatter in the background. In her infinite wisdom, she has decided to add to the stress by considering getting her hair cut.
Maybe I shouldn't. It's only been about 6 weeks, but it's just not stayed in shape very well. And with the sun, it's growing really quickly. And because we're heading into less dense populations, I'm a bit worried about where I might find my next hairdresser.
But you know, every haircut that she's had has
stressful.
added stress.
And add to that, I had the blue screen of death on my laptop this morning. And last time I had that, I had to get my whole laptop redone. So I'm really stressed about everything.
I think we're both reaching our.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say, when I got back to the hotel room, I was in. She shed a few tears as well, because it's just getting. It's
getting a bit much.
But we've decided that we're here now, and of course we're not going to really hear anything now back apart from an updated bill until tomorrow morning. Christina's back on the case, so hopefully we'll be able to get tomorrow, maybe get her haircut today, and then might head out into Faro this evening to try to sort of take her mind off things. But haircut?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not in the right frame of mind. Because if it goes wrong, I'm likely to have a proper meltdown.
You see all my hair fell out by the start of the vlog. Right. Will she or won't she? But that's the update on the van. And we're still in Faro. Well, she went in. Have you any appointments? I can do you now. She's away to get a haircut. Have we just made an even bigger mistake? You never know. Maybe it'll cheer her up. Maybe it'll be the best haircut in the world ever. Said no one ever. Right, so I've been for a little bit of a wander, and now we're going to return to the scene of the crime. Hopefully not. I think she said probably about half an hour to cut her hair. What did we reckon? She's still in the chair. I'll try not to distract the hairdresser too much with my boyish good looks, just in case she takes a whack out of her hair and I get blamed for it. One of the things I've noticed about a lot of the towns in Portugal is loads and loads of really run down and completely dilapidated houses, and then you get people living sort of beside them and loads of construction going on as well. But I actually think rather than it being sort of shabby, I think it actually adds to the charm a little bit as well. So I mean, this one here over here, it looks like it's derelict, but I see there's some coverage from the sun, so someone must be living in it. And when we first came into Faro almost 2 months ago, we obviously didn't come to this area because we mostly went to the Snail Festival and then went into the sort of newish part of town, and we weren't that enamoured by it. But actually, now that we've had a couple of days to explore the older part of the town, it's actually really nice. And of course, you're really close to the beaches as well. So I can see why a lot of people do come to Faro as a holiday. And again, whenever we were in Poço Barreto, obviously the Faro to Lagos train line ran through as well. So I guess from Faro you can do day trips to Lagos as well. So yeah, it's really pretty. Let's go sit in the hairdressers, and will I be able to tell by Nicola's face whether she's doing a good job or not. Now I hear Nicola making all the right sounds in there. She's very happy and hopefully she is, but as you know that but maybe this was a really wise decision to come in and get her haircut, make her feel better. I mean, it looks good. But what do I know? I tried to shave her head. Well, I did shave her head once, so. Oh, here she comes.
I'm so pleased.
Yes, success.
Carolina at Dream
Yes,
Hair.
come to Dreams.
Faro.
Get your hair cut.
€20.
20 euros.
She's amazing. Yeah. Amazing. I said I'd leave her a 5-star review, and I mean it.
We will.
Brilliant.
So if you're in Faro, don't go to the VW garage, but do go to
Carolina at Dream Hair.
Or if you want to just hook me up. Bingo.
I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. And do you know what? I went in and they were playing my favourite song, The Sound of Silence by Cyril. Google it, play it if you haven't heard it. And I thought it was maybe a sign, and it was. One thing's gone right.
It's good to see her smile. Good to see her smile. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Were you worried?
Absolutely.
No, I'm really pleased, really pleased. She knew what she was doing. She absolutely knew what she was doing.
Right.
Time for an ice cream.
Bingo. Don't worry, they don't serve extremely small ice creams in Portugal. I was just about to record Nicola coming down with a massive big scoop of ice cream when the garage finally called.
Banana bread ice cream. Fabulous.
Yes, it is actually quite tasty. I'm not a huge Mr. Whippy all the way, old school Mr. Whippy for me. But yeah, the garage has phoned back, a bit of confusion over the bill. We now have an updated bill and the total cost, and anyway, I think they're going to call me back in about 5 minutes with some other news. Well guys, good morning. And we have had notification from the garage that the van is ready.
Still nervous.
Yeah, there are a couple of things obviously we're nervous about. One, that no further damage has been done to the exterior of the van. You know, we have history with that after our little issue in Norway. And two, that they haven't done any damage to things like the electricals or the LPG. Now, we will be able to test the electricals later today, but we won't be able to test the LPG obviously until, well, we'll be able to turn it on, but won't be able to test the filling. Hopefully not. Hopefully if all of that is completely fine. But I thought I would feel a little bit more joyous that the van was ready, but the nerves are kicking in.
Yeah, I feel just as sick, I must admit.
But hopefully, in about 2 hours' time, we'll be free of this bloody nightmare. But I guess that will be a story for next time. Anyway, guys, we're off to pick up the van. Take care.
Stop.
Bye-bye.